Harvey's Cove, where we usually go fishing, but don't go to the left, go to the right. I think you're going to like it. And I said, did Dad tell you? Did Dad tell you? And so I grabbed my fishing pole, and I went down there, and I went to the right, and I threw it in. I was there maybe 10 minutes, and I caught the biggest catfish that I'd ever caught in my life. So I came back and showed it to her, and we took a picture of it. And then she told me, she says, you know, Richard, you know, you can listen to your parents. And the wheels started turning. And since then, I've learned to develop my gift, not like Jane does. I'll tell you an example. The other night we had car trouble, and we were stuck in Burlington, and we had to stay in a hotel that night. And I have all these recordings. I've been recording these things for 6 years. I never record over another recorder. I buy a new one. They're the most precious things to me in my life, these stories. Well, we left that room, and something in my head said, we forgot something. And I went back into the room, and I looked, and nope, nothing. So we went back, and the next day we looked in a couple bags, and I knew in my head, I knew it was in that room. So I called where we stayed, and he said, oh yeah, we have it here. But if it was 2 or 3 years ago, I would have torn everything apart looking for those things. But I knew in my head, they told me, just call there, it's there. There's so many little things. Even driving here, sometimes, am I going in the right direction? If I calm down and relax and kind of let my dad or my mom tell me, yeah, you're going in the right direction. When we're writing the book, my gifts got better and better. And now that we've been on the tour, I started to lose it a little bit because we started a whole new life. We've decided this is going to be our life, and it's been a big change to us. And then recently, I've let myself relax and hear those gifts again of my parents talking to me. But some of the things I want to share is, my dad died when I was 15, and he was my very, very best friend. We did everything together, and he died suddenly. Went in for a simple operation, he vomited, and it went down into his lungs and killed him. It was January 2nd, 1969. And I never knew what happened to my dad. I knew he died, but would I ever see him again? Could I ever, did I have to wait till I got to heaven to talk to him? Or would I ever see him in heaven? I didn't, we never talked about these things. So I went through life for 40 years wondering and questioning. Well, I know he's the best man I ever met, Did he make it to heaven, And because of Jane, I've learned that my dad is part of my life every day, and yes, he's in heaven, and so is my mom, and all my family is up there. And I've heard stories from my mom and my dad, and my grandpas and my grandpas, and my great-grandpas and my great-grandmas, and my great-great-grandmas and my great-great-grandpas. It's this huge, endless supply of people. That was my last birthday, and I have a recording of it. All my aunts and uncles and cousins and my mom and dad all sang happy birthday to me on this recording, And then out of the back, there's a voice say, Ella May wants to say happy birthday to you too. And I'm going, Ella May, huh? Okay, happy birthday. Later and then I asked them, who's Ella May? Well, it was my grandfather's sister.